Welcome to what I call our midweek teaser. It's midweek for me because we record on Wednesday. It usually gets uploaded on Thursday, and some of you watch it then. Some of you save it for Sunday morning and watch it just ahead of the 10:30 worship. Whenever you're watching this, welcome. I just want to say from the start, you might have noticed that we're in a different place. Number one, I'm not in my office. Number two, I'm not wearing a blue shirt. Number three, you've got traffic. You've got our neighbor's dog. Just a moment ago, we had a neighbor mowing the lawn, and he may not be finished yet. So I'm going to talk really quickly, and we'll try and get this done. There are reasons why I'm outdoors. You'll see what they are. The usual question for us on Wednesday is, where do we go next? Today the question is, what's coming up? And if you guessed Thanksgiving, you've got it. Thanksgiving is my favorite time. It's autumn, my favorite season, and I have wonderful memories of celebrating Thanksgiving with my family. Our Thanksgiving is meant to focus on harvest time and God's goodness and His faithfulness to us. In days gone by, we would drive around, and I remember doing this in some of my first appointments. We would drive around the countryside and we'd receive from the farmers the extra produce, pumpkins and cabbages and turnip and apples and pears and all kinds of things. They'd give us gourds and gourds and gourds and gourds. And these would be used to make a harvest display at the front of the church. Members of the congregation would also contribute. They'd bring home canning, they'd bring baking, and they'd complete the display, and it would look absolutely amazing on Thanksgiving Sunday morning. And during the week after Thanksgiving, then there would be an auction, and all of the goods would be sold, and the money would go to a good cause. They were truly fun events with good consequences. Times change. We still have displays, but the sources are different, and hardly anyone still has an auction. This year things are really different. We can't just invite lots of people to our homes to celebrate. We aren't yet meeting in the church itself. There are continuing restrictions, and the second wave of COVID is hitting and causing havoc and uncertainty. Still, it's Thanksgiving. So what can we do? First of all, we can start right now, and hopefully some of you have already started. Some of my friends have started at the beginning of the week and calling this the week up to Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving week. We can be thankful each day for something. Try it. It's quite amazing what you can come up with in the midst of, I'm having a bad day. Secondly, we can think about and give thanks for all that we learned from Ephesians 1 last week. Spiritual blessings. Our salvation, redemption, grace, love, even mystery. You might be thankful for all this traffic. Where did they all come from? I didn't know that many people passed the core on a Wednesday evening. This week we're going to celebrate again from Ephesians. From chapter 4 this week, we're going to talk about creation. We're going to talk about grace in full measure, spiritual maturity, and what we're meant to do with that, spiritual gifts for ministry and mission, all of it with Christ at the center. Speaking of that, in noticing the change of location for today's recording, did you notice what it looks like? The other night, someone took a picture of this and sent it to me. I walk past this every single day, many times a day, and I had not noticed this. I am ashamed to say. The cross in the center of our expression of harvest, of God's goodness, the bounty of the land, the fruits of the harvest. Jesus, His sacrifice for us, our salvation, our redemption, the cross in the very center of all of this. All good gifts around us are sent from heaven above. Then thank the Lord. Oh, thank the Lord for all His love. Psalm 100 says, break forth into exclamations of joy and gladness, you who serve the Lord. God is not dead. He is ever our God. He made us. We belong to Him. We are His sons and daughters and servants. And His love for us never runs out. His care and concern for us will go on forever. Let the world see our manifestations of joy. Let us lift up our voices in songs of praise and surrender our lives as perpetual offerings of thanksgiving Let us bless his name forever. Pray or think on these things, and I'll see you on Sunday morning at 10:30.